Hello everybody. Today we are going to learn lesson number 9, Administration of the State. It is from standard 7th subject Social Science. Previously we have seen lesson number 8. Now in this lesson we will learn about the administration system of our state. In previous classes we have studied that the administration of our country works at three levels: local level means gram panchayat, state level, and central level. In the previous years, we have also studied about self government institutes. In this chapter, we will see the administrative functions at the state level in democracy. What are the functions of state government? What are the roles of ministers and member of legislative assembly? How do people put forward their questions and ideas in front of the government? How do they ask for the fulfillment of their demands? And to understand all these questions, it is necessary to learn this lesson. So let us see. Here in the beginning, there is one example given. So let us see what is there. Look at the first picture. According to the news on TV, 10 people have died in Surat due to cholera. How would I know? The only thing that I care about is that I am not affected by this. Can people really die due to an epidemic? Here, two friends are talking and they are discussing about the pandemic situation caused by cholera in Surat. In present days also we are having the epidemic situations caused by COVID-19 or coronavirus. Now, while they were discussing and talking with each other, they heard something outside. What was that? I can hear a procession outside. Lots of people together. They are demanding something from the government. So they were discussing and they were making all other peoples also aware about it. We demand that the administration take immediate measures to control the epidemic. They should pay attention to maintain cleanliness and take steps to stop the epidemic from spreading. Here you can see in the third picture one of the leader of that procession. He is addressing the people and the local people also of that area and making them aware about the epidemic situation, what protection we should take to not get infected by that disease. Maybe it's because people are complaining about the cholera epidemic. Now the others are also discussing why this procession is held. I think the people who are addressing the processions are leaders. Yes, they are leaders. I have seen them on TV. So due to this example, we learn that the leader of any of the group works and functions for the betterment of the society as well as for the group of people. This situation is also caused in our day to day life where our family members, the head of our family, it may be our parents or grandparents, they take care of everything and they make sure that all the situations are good for the other family members and relatives. So this was the example. Now let us see the next point and let us see the situations in different states and who are the people who controls the administrative system of all the states as well as the country. Look at the first paragraph. You have read about the incidence of cholera epidemic. You might have observed that the leaders of that area presenting health issues to the local health officials, the district collector or the other officials. But have you seen the member of legislative assembly of your area, MLA? Have you heard about the legislative assembly? Yes, we might have heard from the previous classes. The Legislative Assembly members are known as MLA or Member of Legislative Assembly. This question is frequently asked. Who are MLAs? The Legislative Assembly members are known as MLA. MLAs are directly elected by the people. After being elected from their constituency, they become the MLAs and form the government. Thus, we can conclude that the MLAs are the representatives of the people. Now, when we talk about our state, Gujarat, we all know that the Vidhan Sabha group, which is in Gandhinagar, the capital of our state, and the area where we live in the Anand district, we have the MLA named as Mitesh Bhai Patel, who is from Charotar Aklav somewhere, and he addresses and looks after all the problems or all the queries of our district. And one more thing, how the MLAs are elected. You have seen that the elections are held after every 5 years. Recently in 2019 we had an election where the people, those who are eligible to vote, those who are having voter card and those who are about 18 years, they voted for the representative of different parties, and the representative, those who got more number of votes compared to other leaders, they are elected as winners, and they rule or they run the government of those constituency means an area from where the participants in election they stand. So I hope it is clear. Now let us see and move forward. All the states of India have a legislative assembly. Each state is divided into different constituency. From each constituency, one representative is elected by the people. The number of seats in the legislative assembly differ to state and is decided on the basis of populations. Elections are held every 5 years. Candidate can either represent a particular party or stand for election as an independent candidate. Thus, the MLAs can belong to different parties. The Legislative Assembly of Gujarat has 182 seats and is situated in Gandhinagar, which is the capital of our state. The Legislative Assembly meets in the Vittalbhai Patel Vidhan Sabha group. Here you can see in the picture the Legislative Assembly of Gujarat, Lok Sabha or the Legislative Assembly. There are total 182 constituencies, means seats, and on that seats different party leaders they participate in an election, and whoever have major number of votes they declared as winners. Right now in Gujarat we are having Bharatiya Janata Party ruling and doing the administrative work, while in oppositions there are other parties like Congress and many more. Out of those 182 seats, mostly more than 100 seats were secured by the BJP, means Bharatiya Janata Party, and they were the ruling parties and they are still ruling since 2019, and they are doing very good work for the welfare of people. Now it was about Legislative Assembly. Now let us learn about the important persons of a state. Now let us learn about how a minister or a chief minister is selected among the MLAs. The party which has largest number of MLAs or gains majority with the support of other parties or independent candidate forms the government. As we have discussed, the party which has more number of seats won in an election, they form the government, and from all the MLAs, the governor appoints the leader of the majority party as a chief minister. The main person of that party who has secured more number of seats in an election, the head or the leader of that party is elected as a chief minister of that state, and the appointment is done by the governor. He or she is invited to form the council of ministers. The party that forms the government is known as the ruling party, while the other party forms the opposition. There are 2-3 terms. First of all, chief minister, that we all know. In our state, we are having the chief minister named as Mr. Vijay Rupani, and he has made the council of ministers, and the oath was taken in front of the governor. At that time, the governor was O.P. Kohli, but presently we are having the governor named as Acharya Devvrat, as he was appointed in 2019. Now the party who has secured more number of seats out of 182 in Gujarat are ruling party, while the other parties are known as opposition. Opposition looks after that the government or the ruling party make good decisions and policies for the welfare of people. If they feel if it is not in the favor of the local people, they may oppose in legislative assembly. Now after that, after elections, the governor appoints the chief minister and council of ministers, who will collectively responsible for the administration of the state and the functioning of various ministers or ministries. Each ministry is housed in different office premises. The legislative assembly is the place where all the MLAs belonging to both the ruling party and the opposition assembles for discussion, and many MLAs have dual responsibilities. The majority party, or the party which has won the elections by securing one number of seats, they are ruling party. So from the ruling party, the MLAs, those who have won from their constituency, they may have to perform various roles or dual roles. As the first role is the MLA, means he has to or she has to look after the problems and queries of his constituency, as well as he might be selected as the minister or council of ministers, where he has to look after different departments. The other organ of the state government is executive, which comprises of the governor, the chief minister, and the council of ministers. The administrative officials who work under the guidance of and control of the ministers are also a part of executive body. Executive executive body means the laws that made, it should be executed properly by the local people, and they look after the administrative work of the state. The council of ministers are called government executives. It may be asked in exam, or it may be asked as a simple objective type question, that who are government executives? The council of ministers are known as government executives, while the administrative officials are known as administrative executives. Now after the previous point, let us see the next point, that is governor. Governor is called as the first person of a state. Each state of India has a governor. He or she is appointed by the president for 5 years after consulting with the prime minister. The governor is the constitutional head of the state, and the entire administration is carried out by her name. The governor ensures that the state government functions according to the constituency. The functions of the governors are, as we have discussed, that the governor of our state, Gujarat, is Acharya Devrat, who looks after all the important work, which was appointed by the president. The term of governor is 5 years, and there are many work or functions that he has to take out. So let us see what are the functions. First of all, the governor invites the leader of majority party to form the government, administers the oath and or of loyalty to the constitution and of secrecy, calls for the legislative assembly in session and also announces its adjournment. Means he looks after the legislative assembly work, he calls the MLAs for discussion, and he also allows them to work for the people in different ways. Every bill passed by the state legislature has to receive the governor's sign or governor's assent. However, money bills require his prior approval. No law can be passed without the permission of governor of that state. So, to make a law, first of all, the bill means it is a written form of solving some of the problems, and in that the sign of governor, that is must. A bill undergoes 3 readings in legislative assembly before it is passed. Following this, it is sent to governor before it becomes a law. If the bill is not signed by the governor before it becomes and it's sent back to the Vidhan Sabha with his suggestions, the MLAs have to debate on his suggestions and they have to revise the bill, and then if it is beneficial to the people, then the governor would give his approval. In an emergency, the governor can issue orders called ordinance. If there is any kind of a situation which is very dangerous for the people of the state, at that time the governor of the state can call an emergency, so that the persons who are related to serve the people, it may be police or any other forces, they have to look after the state, and they would not allow any of the person of the state to work which is dangerous for the people. Appoints the judges of the court and looks after the High Court. Also informs to the president about the functioning of the state government. Now, after governor, the chief minister is the head of council of minister, a very important position in state government. He or she is also called the CM, that we all know. Chief minister, in short form we call him as a CM. For prime minister we use the word PM. Now let us see the functions of chief minister. Allotting various portfolios to different ministers, means select ministers with their qualification, with their good understanding for different departments for the effective administration. Calling for the meeting of council of ministers, supervising the work, informing the governor about the work or decisions taken by the council of ministers, forming a new council of minister if necessary. काउंसिल ऑफ मिनिस्टर्स यानी कोई भी स्टेट की अगर हम बात करें तो उनमें काफ़ी सारे डिपार्टमेंट्स होते हैं. बच्चों की पढ़ाई के लिए फॉर एजुकेशन देयर इज़ अ डिपार्टमेंट, फॉर हेल्थ देयर इज़ अ डिपार्टमेंट, फॉर द फाइनेंस वी आर हैविंग फाइनेंशियल डिपार्टमेंट हु लुक्स आफ्टर द एनुअल बजट. तो ऐसे जो डिपार्टमेंट्स होते हैं उनमें मिनिस्टर्स को अपॉइंट करना, उनको हेड बनाना और उनका काम देखना और उन्हें गाइड करना, ये सारे काम होते हैं CM यानी कि चीफ मिनिस्टर के. The Council of Ministers frame policies for allotted subjects and department to related to state government and execute it. It also introduces the bill in Legislative Assembly. The Finance Minister of the state introduced the budget in Legislative Assembly. The work to be done is divided between the state and the central government. The state government functions at state level while the union government works at the national level, and that is why we called as a federal state. क्यों फेडरल कहा जाता है? बिकॉज वी आर हैविंग टू टाइप्स ऑफ गवर्नमेंट, स्टेट गवर्नमेंट एंड national level government. This was the old textbook, that's why that it is written that 29 states. We all know that as there was changes in union territories and also the number of states, there are 28 states and 8 union territories. The difference between the state and the central government is the area in which they function. Therefore, the responsibility of a state government is limited to particular state, while the government at the national level, they have to look after all the states of our country. The functions and power of state and central government are divided into 3 lists: union list, state list and concurrent list. Let us learn what is there in these 3 lists. Union list means the department and problems that is solved by the national government only. और उनमें कौन कौन से मेजर इश्यूज़ की बात की है? फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, इन यूनियन लिस्ट the subjects handed over the union government are included in union list. There are 97 subjects. First of all, census relations with foreign countries. Census means the population counting of all the states. Then relations with foreign, defense, finance, banking, elections, forming the law for citizens, railway, telegraph, post insurance service, sea, air, road, rail route, nuclear power. These are the major topics or issues that looks after by the national government only. Now, state list. What are the subjects that were looked after by the state? The subjects related to the state are enlisted in the state list. There are 66 of them. Do remember the number. In union list we have 97 subjects. In state list we have 66 subjects. There are government which makes. There are 66 of them, the subjects that were looked or that were administered by the state. The state government makes the laws with the help of the legislative assembly and execute of the cabinet. And which type of subjects? Health related, agriculture related, forest related and local self-government related. All these subjects are administered by the different state. Now, concurrent list. Concurrent list shows that the subjects which are handled together by the state as well as the national level government. कुछ सब्जेक्ट्स ऐसे भी हैं जिनमें स्टेट लेवल का भी काफ़ी इम्पोर्टेंट रोल है और नेशनल लेवल के गवर्नमेंट का भी काफ़ी इम्पोर्टेंट रोल है. तो लेट अस सी. द यूनियन एंड द स्टेट गवर्नमेंट बोथ कैन फॉर्म लॉज फॉर इट. देयर आर 47 सब्जेक्ट्स. प्रिवेंशंस ऑफ क्राइम, कम से कम गुनाह कैसे हो, कोई किसी को परेशान कैसे ना करे, ये सारे प्रॉब्लम्स का सॉल्व आउट स्टेट गवर्नमेंट भी करना चाहती है और नेशनल लेवल की गवर्नमेंट भी साथ मिलकर करना चाहती है. रेवेन्यू ऑफ टैक्स, डाइवोर्स, लिटरेसी, इंडस्ट्री, एम्प्लॉयमेंट, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, all these are included in this list. Legislative assembly that we have seen and understood previously. Here it is a trip or a picnic held by one of the school, and they went to see the Legislative Assembly of Gujarat. So it is a very easy information that you can read and you can learn yourself. In Gujarat, that we all know, at Gandhinagar we are having Legislative Assembly, and about that, what were the MLAs doing when they went, did they get the permission to enter in the Legislative Assembly or not, all very good information is given in next one or two paragraphs, which is very easy. So you must read yourself and find out what is there in this next topic. So I hope you must have enjoyed and learned in this video about lesson number 9. Thank you very much for joining. Goodbye.